Testing 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. You're gonna fly away, glad you're on my way. I love it when we together made for love. Moving is made for love. I love it when we grooving together. Give it up for Patrick on the ones and twos. Happy Tuesday, everybody. You know what time it is, Cooking with Chef Steven. And we are continuing our series on light, fresh spring cooking. And you guys had so much fun with that, that sausage pita pizza 2 weeks ago that I wanted to find another light mashup that will give you the same type of flavor and set the sexy on for you, you know, if you want to cook for somebody or cook for yourself. So we're doing a little romance today. So you can go ahead and get your glass of Pinot Grigio, and we're going to cook today. I didn't tell you about the wine in advance. I'm sorry. But you grab a glass and cook with Chef Steven. All right. So today we are making a shrimp scampi flatbread. Very simple recipe, very delicious, a lot of fun going on. Let's get right into it. We're going to go ahead and get our skillet nice and hot while we go over our ingredients. We have, of course, one of our stars here. I have some white shrimp. These are a nice small to medium size, 21 to 30 shrimp per pound. Fresh lemon for squeezing. We have some fresh parsley. We have some minced garlic, red pepper flakes, lots of butter. I love the butter. I mean, you don't have to do it with the butter, but I'm going to do it with butter. We have a shredded mozzarella cheese, olive oil, salt and pepper, and just for kicks and giggles, I got some grated Parmesan and Reggiano cheese. That's going to just help kick it up a little bit on the back end. So let's get started with this recipe. Again, like I said, it is simple, but it has 2 stages to it. First thing we want to do is get ourselves set up. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and start melting our butter. I got a nice half stick there. There's a reason behind that. I'm not just being overindulgent with the butter. We're using this butter in 2 spots today, so we need a little extra butter than for just the cooking. So we're gonna go ahead. We got our butter there, the fragrance, and then we're gonna hit it with some minced garlic. You guys, if you tune in regularly, you know how much I love the minced garlic. Wonderful, delicious flavor. Then I am going to hit it with some parsley flakes. And a little bit of olive oil. Now, the reason why you put olive oil with shrimp scampi is because butter has a tendency to burn. Have you ever heard the term beurre blanc? Beurre blanc in French means burnt butter, which is a flavor profile that is used, but when we add olive oil to the mixture, it pretty much fortifies our oil or our fats so that the butter does not burn as quickly. And now what I have here with my mixture, I'm going to remove it from the heat for just a moment now that I've incorporated all those flavors. Because what I want to do now is take my flatbreads and I'm going to brush this butter concoction all over them. Now, this is not the normal flatbread that I normally use. I used to have like a stone fire flatbread. They did not have them available today, but there's several different flatbread brands and textures that you can go for. This is an Indian bread known as naan, Naan, naan. It is an unleavened bread out of that is famous from India, and I'm using that as my flatbread today. So I'm going to take all these nummy nummies, and I'm just gonna brush them on my naan, and that's gonna develop a layer of flavor before we even get started good. We got our melties. We got that parsley. We got the olive oil. We got the butter. And now you see why I had so much butter, because I'm not just drowning my shrimp in it. I'm brushing a lot of it here to enhance the flavor of the bread. And don't be hesitant to scoop some of that garlic up with that and get it on there. That's really gonna make it taste really beyond delicious on the backside. On the backside. All right, so we got that brushed. That's ready to go for later. We're gonna set it to the side. Also, really quickly, almost forgot, I have some red pepper flakes. I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that on my naan as well. And you're gonna reserve some for later for garnishing. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Back on the heat. But now you got the heat going. This time you want to immediately get your shrimp involved. Get those bad boys going. And that's when we're going to crank out the salt and pepper. Any questions so far? Everybody following me? Any questions, let me know. Put it in the chat. You know what to do. Salt and peppers here. Salt, 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 salt. Salt and peppers here, and we're in effect too. Yeah, now we're back. See, we got to get Pat. If he gonna DJ, he gotta he gotta have my music ready. All right. Oh yeah, so we're just rolling that around in there. Yummy. And to be honest, you're really par cooking this shrimp. You're par cooking it. You're getting the outsets of the shrimp where you want them. You're rolling it around, and that delicious butter, olive oil, garlic, parsley mixture. You can put a little bit of red flakes on it. You don't want to OD it. And just as fast as you do that and get it all coated, oh my God. Do you smell it? Still working on that smell-o-vision. I'm going to remove that from the heat. Higher, like that. Just like that. All right. Now we're going to go about the business of building. I lied, not just like that. Forgot to squeeze my lemon juice. You want to deglaze that hot pan with the lemon juice. That's going to freshen everything up. That's going to add another layer. That's going to get it popping for a second. Let me get some more. Oh, yeah. That's it. Squeeze that lemon. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little excited and ahead of myself. Okay. Now, pause. Take a sip of your wine. Okay. We are back. We have our grated mozzarella. And what you want to do here, just going to layer that bad boy. You don't want to go too heavy on this layer. This layer is really, this is your glue layer. You're putting your glue there because you want to be able to come back and put your shrimp. Now earlier, Make sure you can see this. Earlier, I mentioned that you're par cooking the shrimp. These shrimp are not finished yet. They're pretty much raw in the center, but they're about to spend some time in my oven, which I have heated up at 400 degrees. And I have this really hoity-toity fancy oven behind me that has a stone setting, which reminds me really quickly. Oh my God. You guys don't even know. You don't even know. All right. So, shrimp. Oh, yeah. And you can just put them wherever you want. You can go wherever you like. You can go wherever you like. All right. Just going to put that on there. Don't be shy with it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. All right. I'm just going to put that there. And then I am going to put some more cheese. Some good stuff right there. Still don't want to overdo it too much. Now, here's where I have fun. This is where I kicked it up a notch. I got my grated Parmesan and Reggiano, and I'm just going to come across the top there, and I'll save some for the end. I'm going to throw a little pepper flakes. Again, I don't want to overdo it. You just want to like a little, ooh, what's that? When someone bites into it, all right? You don't want to cause any panic. And I'm just going to put some more parsley, and I'll save some for the end. This is something that's nice that you can kind of make up beforehand like this. And if you have guests come, or you could freeze it. You could take this bad boy and you could pop it in the freezer. And you can have it, you can set up 20 of these, have them in the freezer. You have guests coming this weekend, take your time, build them up, make them all nice, and get ready for the fireworks and the fun. And then, let me just grab something because I got an idea. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna take this, pop it inside of our 400-degree oven that is currently on the stone setting. Who'da thunk it? And we're gonna set that inside. And then I'm gonna pull these bad boys out. Why do I all of a sudden want to do an entire like section on pizzas? It's not a pizza, it's a flatbread. We're fancy. Okay, so this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So I would serve this on a cutting board like this. I'm getting sounds. My robots don't like the fact that I put that hot thing on the oven, on the stove top. So what I'm gonna do is I take that off the stove top. I'm just gonna put this here. And I'm just gonna compromise. It's no longer on the flat top. You don't have to scream at me anymore. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little fun with this, and I'm gonna cut it in all kinds of like weird triangle-like shapes, which is the pizza itself or the flatbread itself is already oddly shapen. The naan is not a formal shape, so this is a lot of fun. I don't know what to do with that edge piece. Okay, we're gonna spread this out. I guess I'll go right here. And then you got that edge for somebody. And then what you could do, you have a little fun with your guests. They're coming over. You want them to think that you're fancy. You want them to know that you've been attending Chef Steven's online tutorials. So maybe you take some parsley here, and you know what? There's so much space left that I'm gonna put some more pizza on there. How about that? I'm gonna now I don't have space to cut it anymore. All right, don't worry, got plenty of space. All right, so I'm back. It's gonna start screaming at me again, but it's okay. It's all love, right? Right. Plenty. Yeah, Patrick says there's plenty of space, and I think that he's referring to in his stomach. So, uh, a lot of fun here, guys. Guys, you don't understand. Last week when I made those tacos, y'all don't know what happened in here. Like I got swarmed. I couldn't even taste the taco. I had to go back to the lobster shell and pluck out some meat so I could taste what the taco tasted like because nobody saved Chef Steven anything. They just went ham on it. But I love these guys and they take good care of me. So that's fine. I'm gonna put some slices around. Again, everything's a different shape. Okay. We're just having fun. You know, unless you have small children, they will not appreciate that they're different shapes because someone's size is going to be bigger than the other ones, and then you're going to have a whole nother issue. All right? So I'm just going to, you know, garnish that around. And this is how I would probably take it out if I was having some kind of party or sit it out for my guests, and everyone has a good time. Sprinkle a little cheese over the top. Some more. Maybe some individual slices, pieces of parsley there. All right. So there you have it. Shrimp scampi flatbread for you and your family. A nice springtime recipe. Lots of fun. Very delicious. It can also be sexy. You can drink wine while you're making it. All of those things are happening right here with Chef Steven. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Can you overload, like I've done flatbread and I put veggies and I seem to overload it and the fact that then the bread, whatever I'm using, gets soggy. Is it the vegetables I'm using or am I really just overloading it?
That could be several things. If you're loading it with vegetables, you have to be careful of the fact that vegetables have certain vegetables can have a lot of moisture inside them. So as they are cooking, they are going through I want to say rendering, but not really a rendering. They're actually being dried out. So as they're drying out, that liquid has to go somewhere, and it's not evaporating as if you were cooking something on the stove. It's actually melting down into your crust, and that's what's making your crust soggy. So the best way to do that would be to maybe pre-dry your vegetables, or when you cook them, make sure that they are nice and dry before you load up your pizza. Because the same thing that won't necessarily happen with certain meats.
Okay, so like cook it in this, maybe cook vegetables in the skillet, like mushrooms I know is my favorite. Cook them in the skillet first and maybe dry paper towel before putting.
If you cook them in a skillet, you don't want to add a lot of moisture to them. You don't want them to have a lot of moisture going in because that's just going to melt into your crust. If you ever see when they're making McDonald's, Pizza Hut, they're not actually putting wet mushrooms on your pizza.
Right, but I use dry, I mean, I use them right out of the fridge and I find because they got some of the moisture, they're like, it all just
A-
comes
Another
out.
uh, another thing that might help. Are you pre-toasting your flatbread?
No, should
Pre
I be doing that?
Pre-toasting them will actually give it a little will actually make the bread a little stronger as well. So those are two things that you could try to make sure that it's not soggy. You're welcome. If there are no further questions, then I will see you guys. You, you guys should see this. If there's no further questions, Chef D loves you. I'll see you guys back here. Same chef channel, same chef time. Bye, guys.